Okay, I feel like a human now. Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I hope you were all having a great day. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. I had a really bad weekend. I was not well. I was in here, nose clogged up. So I don't know what the heck, but I woke up on Saturday feeling like that. But I'm feeling so much better now. So that's a thing. Before we begin, y'all already know the vibes. I know y'all have heard, hold on. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video. Like it now, because you're gonna forget to like it later. Y'all already know you're gonna forget. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my social media platform. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow, please subscribe. And if you are part of the replay gang, let me say this from jump. Don't forget to also like this video and drop a comment, because I go through all the comments regardless. Okay, so drop a comment. Let me know what you think about today's conversation, i.e. the who TF did I marry docu-series that dropped this weekend. Now, I'm gonna call it a docu-series because bitch, it's 50 parts. And I was sick in my bed all weekend. And I started watching this shit on Saturday. And I swear to you, just in and out of sleep, sick, in and out of sleep watching this. And I finished it last night. So I want to come and talk to y'all about lessons we can learn from the sister who was in the situation, red flags that we could pick up on, and just some lessons that we can really take from what occurred to her. Okay, like I said, like this video, don't forget, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And now it is, I don't know about the other states, but it is I still feel a little raspy. I haven't spoken this much since I felt sick, but nonetheless, excuse me if my voice get a little raspy. I tell you, I was sick this weekend, and I forgot what I was going to say besides that because it started bothering me. Anywho, I'm going to drop this intro, and then we're going to get on with the show. Okay, guys. All right. Good morning, Bree. Bree said, don't forget to get these likes up and share the live. Okay, please and thank y'all. Hey, Eternal, how are you? She said, who is TD? No, to F. Did I put TD? Then I have to fix it. Never got off. But she said, good morning. Wasn't it crazy? Jerome even got on TikTok to defend himself. He did. I didn't even see it, child, and I don't care because he's a liar. All right. So, hey, Naughty. Hey, everybody. Listen, let's go into this. So, what's her name? Lessa? I don't remember. So this young lady, she met this guy during COVID, right? She met this guy on these dating sites. I told you, I don't even do these dating apps no more because these things are crazy. But she met this guy on this dating app, and they went out, and she was looking for marriage, which again, you know, we get it. People out here looking for marriage, right? But I feel like her looking for marriage let him know, and she said this, that, you know, he knew he couldn't just shack up, aka live off of her. He had to marry her. All right. There was so many, child, listen. She gets into the story. I'm going to give y'all a real quick rundown for y'all who did not want to sit through 6 hours of it. But I did, okay? It was the docu-series of the century, okay? They need to turn this shit into a Lifetime movie, I swear to you. So she met this guy. She thought he was her knight in shining armor. Okay, I get it. I get it. We get, you meet and it seems magical, right? It always seems magical, okay, because it's a plot, it's a plan, right? First, he was oversharing, and from jump, and she acknowledges that, like, just everything out on the table. And it's not even just like everything out on the table. He was doing a lot, right? So then she said they started going out or whatever, and she found out he said he got transferred to Atlanta from LA because he was so high in this condiment company, child, mustard, ketchup, I don't know, okay, some condiment company. Come to find out that was not true. He was a forklift driver. But like, red flag number one. Can we talk about red flag number one? Even if we want to ignore the oversharing and the attempting to jump into a new relationship as soon as he got out of a divorce from a cheating spouse, okay? Allegedly, according to him. I don't believe half of what these niggas say. And anyway, red flag number one, just common sense, ladies. If someone is being, so I used to know this boy, we dated for a while. Just an example. He works in finance, right? He lived in Chicago, but he worked here in New York, okay? And when he worked here during the week, they had him up in a very nice hotel, right? Not she said he lived in like a studio, basically like a 1-bedroom or whatever. That's not even in that tax bracket. Okay. I need to be very clear. That's not even in that tax bracket. Okay. No matter what people are saying, if a company is bringing you over from or hiring you and you have a, what's the word? Not a transportation, relocation cost and all of this, they are more than likely putting you up in a nice space. A lot of the times the housing is situated before you even get there. In New York City, we have, them nice brownstones on 50th or whatever. Them things could go rented out for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month by companies to put in people that they are bringing over from or Park Avenue apartments or whatever, owned by companies who are bringing people over to work. There is not a situation where someone is getting brought over from another side of the country, another side of the world to relocate, that they are going to be in a 1-bedroom, let alone a studio, even in Atlanta. Okay, especially in Atlanta, when these companies own homes. Forget just having hotel rooms on standby and high-end apartments on standby for employees who might need to come in. They got mad houses all over the place. Like, so that right there, to me, I understand, and I remember COVID. I remember when it started, and I remember, just the not knowing and not, and trying to figure out what is going on with the world and, attempting to lock in. And I think that had a really big part in this young lady making these decisions. Mind you, she met this nigga in, what she said, October, was met. Maybe August, September, August. I don't remember when she said. She met him. They locked in together. Okay. Then they got married like 3 months later. Okay. And then by 6 months after that, they were divorced. Okay. Listen, listen. I am a Scorpio with my emotional ass. I understand like that whole whirlwind bullshit. But with age and knowledge, you learn that a lot of that shit is just bullshit. You learn a lot of that shit is just niggas telling you what you want to hear. Okay, the minute she had to move into he had to move into her house, should have told, in my opinion, personally, should have told her everything she needed to know. Okay, she said she worked for the sheriff's department at that time. She wasn't making nearly as close to the money he was making. Now let's just say that the company, for whatever reason, that distribution house is, or distribution factory located in Atlanta, did not have set apartments. This man made enough money, okay? Even if he came in as again, they transferring him as a district manager, whatever the fuck. He made enough money, or should have been making enough money, according to what he was trying to tell her, that even if he had to rent his own place, okay, even if he had to rent his own place, so that tells you he's telling you he got damn near $1 million in offshore accounts and all of this shit. We need to get the common sense need to be commented. There is no way in hell he would be in a studio apartment. There are way too much condos and high rises in Atlanta. Even if you want to be like, okay, he by himself, maybe he want to buy a house yet off gate. There are way too many condos and shit in Atlanta. Half of these YouTubers that live in Atlanta live in condos. You know what I'm saying? That there would be no freaking reason. I know people, I've seen people that, like, in multiple different professions. You get relocation funds. They help you get apartments, not bullshit apartments. They help you get apartments. They do all of this. Okay. We need to, be real and not just ignore the fucking glaring red flags. Okay. She was like, oh, cause I was just excited, and I get it, cause I had a man paying the bills, but my rent was only $1,000. So she got caught up in him paying her rent, which was about $1,000. She paying her own car note, doing all this shit, and believed the bullshit because he was paying the damn rent. He was talking about he made $250,000 a year and driving around in a bullshit car and not buying her a decent fucking car. And not having any because he showed you a screenshot of his alleged bank account. Come to find out, these things were screenshots, because he showed you a screenshot of an alleged bank account. It would not have went over your head. Women in general, these things would not go over your head if we weren't so, and she's acknowledged it, and I love it, and I feel for her. And again, I've been in that situation too, where she said a part of her rush was the Christianity of it all. And I'm gonna, that I felt that, because that was one of the reasons why I was, that I got caught up in a marriage I didn't want to be in, because of the Christianity of it all, and it not being right to shack up. But the reality is, all that really does, in my opinion, the Christianity of it all, is sets you as women up to fucking fail, because you don't even get a chance to fully understand what the fuck you getting into, because people are rushing you into getting married to placate this nigga. She was talking about this man used to be faking being on the phone every day for numerous times a day, faking having conversations with people, like his brother, first thing in the morning, faking having conversations with people every day. You know how much of a mind fuck that is? Do you know how much of a psychopath you have to be? I mean, for real, pathological liar, psycho. I don't give a fuck what you want to call it. You know how much of a psychiatric fucking insane person you have to be faking a damn call with someone every day. every day, not once. No, even once is wild to me, but not once. But faking calls every fucking day, every fucking day, and having full blown on one-sided conversations. Isn't even the word. Full one-sided conversations. Do you know how sick and delusional you have to be? She was talking about, oh, they was looking for houses. I guess that's why he didn't want, again, you can always rent apartments, but like they were looking for housing, and he was literally always sabotaging the situation. But you know, she's like, well, I saw this Chase paperwork. Let me tell you something. Anybody can make up some fucking paperwork. Just copy and post a damn. You can find the letterheads anywhere, as long as all you got to do is freaking Google. You know, because oh, he was able to, you know, do this, and he had a $750,000 mortgage. Pre-qualified for a $750,000 mortgage. But you still driving a shitty car for a while. Even when he allegedly got her upgrade, it really wasn't a fucking upgrade. Y'all got married, couldn't even go on a honeymoon, didn't even say, oh shit, we're gonna go to Vegas and get married. You had a bullshit courthouse wedding. But this nigga is this nigga has $1 million or millions of dollars in the bank and make $250,000 a year. I need to know in what fucking world, because he paid $1,000 rent a month. Because he paid $1,000, maybe some gas, maybe some probably like $1,500, $1,600 a month in some bills. How the hell did that equate to living in a world where you thinking this man is making has $1 million in the bank? Side bitches get more than that. We watched the I forgot her name. This lady, she was on TikTok blowing up her husband and the amount of shit her husband was getting for the side bitch. Come to find out, the side bitch got about $600,000 out of him. Side bitches make more than that. And she did acknowledge that, you know, she grew up on assistance, you know, grew up on food stamps, assistance, whatever. So she didn't recognize, or she was just so caught up in the what ifs of it all. Like, if you really have to start questioning, if if the shit is real, more than likely it's not. Fuck 90%, it is not. We gotta, yo, she was going, like, that shit was crazy. She was telling us a story, and God saved her that she didn't have this baby for this man. This nigga was up literally. You know how some people lie because they trying to get over on some shit, right? Some dudes might lie because they trying to get over on some shit, or a girl, whatever, humans lie because they trying to get over on some shit or whatever. This man was randomly lying about more than likely everything he told her for no specific reason, because he probably could have told her, I'm a forklift driver, and she would have ate that, you know, or just, but continuously lying had her going out here searching for houses, y'all. Oh my Lord. Going and not even viewing a house, not even just viewing a house, signing his name on, you know, on, I guess, the contract to purchase, and, you know, trying to hope things will fall through the cracks, or he'll be able to, like, or sabotage it on the other end, because he was literally probably out here sabotaging. She only knows about what she knows about. Like, it was like 4 houses they went and looked for, and like he was on the back end of that shit, sabotaging, signing his name and social and all of this shit to this house, and sabotaging it on the back end, so it will look like he trying while they still living. Hold on. Okay. While they still living in her $1,000 a month condo. Then to come to find out, we still don't know what happened to this nigga. He was sick because he talked about he had knee issues. I guess the knee had something to do. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't sick, and that was just a ploy too. But like the pest that nest, child. Then it was just, oh God. He said he went to San Diego College. She went and called San Diego College. Ain't no record of this nigga that going there. He said he played on a San Diego College football team. Ain't no name of his on the roster. I don't know what's up with y'all, because Google been a thing when the pandemic started. Okay. He played on the roster. He played for this team. Ain't nowhere. When she finally got the social, you honestly don't even need a social. Side note, you honestly don't even need a social. As long as you know a nigga birthday and motherfucker name and his birthday, you could pull up a lot of information about their background. You don't really need the social. You know, the social will give you, of course, more and more, but like FYI. You don't need the social to pull up, at least where he was telling her he lived in California for half his life. She would have realized that shit wasn't true, because she would have saw that he had no California residency ever, because they give you a list of where people live. She would have saw that he was attached to multiple different women. He told her that he'd been divorced before his wife in California. The wife lived in Georgia with him, because he never moved. He was never in California. This nigga was divorced about 3 times. She was like, probably like, I lost track. But this nigga was married about 4 times. These men will wholeheartedly marry you to try to latch on to your stability. Wholeheartedly started the relationship. They weren't even together for a whole year. Started the whole relationship with him being transferred, and then became, I guess, the VP of distribution or procurement. I don't know. Okay. And then somehow ended up at Apple as a techie or some shit. How the hell does that even work? At what point in your life is the desperation? We need to cut that shit out. And I get it. We've all been there, you know. I get it. Being the, you know, how we are raised. But again, with the desperation to be married, okay? Well, you could want to be married. Don't get me wrong. You could want to be married. You should want, you know, I don't know. You could want to be married. But the outward desperation to get married will put you in some really bad positions. She says she asked him, you know, well, why did you get married to me or whatever? And he was like, well, I knew that even though they still didn't even last a year, he was like, well, I knew that for me to, you know, for us to stay together, I would have to marry you. So that's why I married you. Like nothing better to do. You're the best I feel like I could come across. You're safe. You're the best I could feel I could come across right now. I know you want to get married. I know you want to have kids. If I put a baby in you, you'll feel obligated and stuck to me, because you know it's the Christianity of it all. And then you won't leave me. And then you won't say anything, because you know the Christianity of it all tells you to swallow all of the red flags. When if she would have opened her mouth and asked her homegirl, like, you ever heard of, you know, you ever heard of something like this? Or asked her freaking mama or her aunt, somebody who had a little bit more experience than her, they would have said, I don't know if that's true. They would have said something. You know, but like one of the main things that, you know, it's the isolation of it all. You don't want to tell nobody what you're going through, and you're going through it. You're trying to make excuses for it. And all you were doing is sabotaging yourself. She did like a final you know, final thoughts section after she would, you know, after her videos. And she was like, you know, basically and I say this to y'all all the time. I see it as a guest. Give me 1 second. Basically, he has destroyed her So, not even just self-confidence, her belief in any fucking body, her belief in anybody. And they were together in total for less than a damn year. So we could say, well, oh, I'm only going to put a little bit of time and but like the after effects of the dysfunction. And I think a lot of the times we don't even want to believe people can be so fucked up. We want to think everybody is like us. And I'm telling you, one of the best things my mama ever told me, especially when I was like young, it wasn't about a guy, it was about friends, but it still reigns true. Stop expecting other people to be like you. Just because you wouldn't do. She kept saying, like, because I don't play about death, so I just assume. You can't assume with nobody. But just because you don't play about death don't mean anybody else does. Just because you were raised right and decently does not mean he was or anybody else was. You know what I'm saying? You cannot expect people to be like you. People have to show you who they are through trial and error. People have to prove to you. That's why I tell my daughter that, she's a little teenager, they love their friend. You do not have friends unless you have known them and have been through some shit with them in the last couple of years. These people are acquaintances. They may grow into real life friends, but as of now, if you met them, they are really good acquaintances that you see every day because y'all go to school or go to sport or whatever. And only through time and trial will you learn if they're actual fucking friends. There's a lot of people I used to hang out with, that weren't like, that's just what it is. Everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not looking out, not looking out for you. There are a lot of people out here, whether it's men, whether it's just women, as in friend, whatever, who are trying to who are attempting to take advantage of you. That's just real shit. And you can't get caught up on a nigga doing the most basic thing and trying to act like and trying to act like it's some real shit. It's not. $1,000 rent ain't shit. It's not. I knew who was you, girl. Hold up. Let me open. Wait, don't say anything until me. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I look rough beauty school drop-ins because I'm about to go to the gym. But first, I had to say,
girl, look at me. Don't say shit. Go ahead.
Sometimes you have to use your resources to really know what people are. I remember when I went to Brooklyn, I was like, Jovi, and I sent her the man's stuff, and she was like, oh, that's a good area, blah, 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 just to make sure it was good, because you just never know with people. A simple background check. I don't care what they talking about. I don't believe in none of the free apps. I believe in the paid for app. The background check will tell you everything you need to know. I like real names. Is that your real name? I always ask those questions. Is that your real name? Really? Okay. How could what why do they call you this? I ask 8,000 questions because these men will be whoever they want you to think they are so that they can get something out of you. And women, we have to also understand we are making more money than a lot of these men. Even though there's a pay disparity and a pay gap, a lot of us are not a part of that pay gap and disparity. A lot of us are making 6-figure plus. We have homes, we have assets, we have things, we have real tangible things because we are smart. We are putting in the work. Y'all see the birth decline is significantly low. Women are not birthing babies. We are not our mothers. We're not our grandmothers. We're not even our great grannies. We're just not
They're not
participating
doing it.
in
Yep.
the reindeer games. We are putting ourselves first. So I don't know why women think that men will not take advantage. There are men who are literally weak. They cannot compete with other men. They have to live off of women. And because we live in a society where they're comfortable with that, whether they're white or black, let's be very clear, because a lot of white women go through it. You have to be strong enough not to be the Be the one tricked out of your position. I saw that lady on Twitter and I was just like, and I really wanted to send it to you, but I was like, this is so crazy. I don't know if Jovi wants to listen.
I was caught up. I did not leave my bed all weekend. I was like, what the fuck is going
The
on?
fact that he
Like,
said he faked his career, he faked who he was, his friends. A lot of people do things and their friends aren't going to say anything because let's get it clear. Men always think this: if it's not endangering the lives of others, they do not get involved. They literally
yeah,
will be like, well, that's them, and go about their business. A lot of people mind their business because a lot of women have shown us, if you come to them with the receipts, the background checks, everything, women will still choose the man. So we as women, we have to do our due diligence into, one, having the self-esteem, putting ourselves first. There's a blessing in saying no. You don't have to take everybody's date. The way a man treats you is how he really feels about you. And that's whether he's gaslighting or love bombing or just being himself. You got to look at everybody. I like to see everything. How can you be in love with a man and you've never met his entire family? I will never understand that.
I,
Like,
you
once she
you
said
you
that, I was
haven't.
like,
It blew my mind. When she was like, they was having conversations, and and like, you never took the phone and said, "Hey, nothing.
and this is coming from
Hello,
somebody who's been married. I
how
know
are
what it's
you?"
like to be like, tell your mom or so and so, and they be like, oh, breathe, da, 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 because I'm not about to be anybody's secret. And you have to speak that upon your life, ladies. You have to wake up every day and say, I am enough, because the world is going to go out its way to prove to you you're
That you're
not enough.
not.
So you have to have those self-talks. You have to do the work. And I think it was also her weight. Like she to me, she had low self-esteem. She didn't like how she was as a woman. She blamed some religion, but I was just like, girl, if you was hitting the gym or getting your anaerobic fitness in, your mind gets rid of all
You
that
know
junk.
what? I wanted to speak on that, but I saw another YouTuber like go on a mean route regarding
Oh
that.
no, not
Like,
me.
she deserved it because of her weight, but I do understand, because I felt like her confidence wasn't up. So
Yeah.
she kind of thought this was as good as it could get for her. And
Yes.
that's the part of the weight issue I wanted to speak about. Not, you know,
No,
like,
because
oh,
you can.
because you wasn't fit and friendly.
No, no, not fit and feminine, but ladies, and this is a real thing. When you go to the gym, I get my best ideas because my mind is
It's
clear.
clear.
You think better. It allows you to be in survival mode. It allows you to get into that mindset of preparing, because people are literally out here running games like all day, every
Dang.
day. So, in order to understand the world, you have to be level headed. And the best way to get that is to work out. Working out does something to the brain. It's in the endorphins, and endorphins make you happy naturally. So, if she was at her happiest, there's no way that bum could have taken advantage. And it has nothing to do with weight, because there's big girls out here who have loving husbands
Yeah.
who would never try them like that. I think it's a confidence thing. When you're not feeling your best overall, you are susceptible to people who can smell that.
Who smell it
That
on,
is a
yes.
pheromone that releases from your body. And as women, we have to start understanding men are natural predators. Like, that is in their DNA. They can smell when you're not at your best. Hence why a lot of these women who get taken advantage of, look at the type of men that's running the guys on them. The fact that that man ran to TikTok to do a whole fake person to benefit him is wild. But ladies, this is why you should get the ebook by Jovi Beauty. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel so you can learn the life lessons. Get these likes up, share this video, and hitting the link is faster than text. Thank you, Jovi. I'm about to hit the gym and listen to the rest of it.
Thank you, girl. Yeah, Bree, like, she's right. Listen, I did want to speak on like the weight thing, but I didn't want to speak on it. Oh, because she was no, it's, if you don't, shit, there's beautiful girls out here, drop dead, fine, fit, feminine, whatever the fuck. If you don't see your value. Men pick up on that. Like Bree said, they're natural predators. Just like, what's her name? Glorilla. She just keep posting about how all men are cheating and all. That's the energy she gives out. That's the energy she believes, right? So of course she's gonna be attracted to cheating ass, trash ass men. She will literally repel anyone who is a decent man because she don't even believe they exist, right? Her aura alone will repel any sort of decency, just like how abused women just seem to always end up with abusers. Why? Because there's something in them that think they deserve this shit. Or men are abusers because they might have seen their mother go through it or whatever, or they missing those signs because those things are normal to them. And they keep attracting that sort of shit because these men will fuck around and see it just in the way you speak of, just in the little jokes you make about yourself. When you are not feeling your best, when you don't love yourself, you will say some wild shit and you think you trying to be funny or laugh it off. These motherfuckers know you ain't playing. I know I can pick up on, I'm a woman and I pick up on weakness fast. It upsets me. I pick up on weakness in people, especially in a woman. I'm able to be like, girl, you need to work on this. You need to work on that. Like, what the fuck? How you ain't able to see that? How are you making these comments about yourself? How are you, the way you even talk? I have a friend who was telling me about some shit. I think I told y'all about this already, about, having a conversation with somebody at her job who's like, a manosphere man. And, just the conversation, I had to stop her. I'm like, girl, I'm like, but why are you even having these conversations? That's the question you need to ask. Fuck what he's thinking. Fuck the conversation that you had with this manosphere and talking about and because whatever you about to say, I already know you here trying to prove your worth and your value to someone who is not valuable or worth shit. But fuck all of that. How you even having these conversations? The real question is why you even, that's why I keep telling y'all to get the fuck out of those sort of men chats. Because you here trying to prove your worth and your fucking value. And in that proving your worth and your value, you're just telling them that you're easily manipulated and you ain't got no worth and no fucking value. Like, why are you even having these conversations? It is not what you think it is. It is not oh, well, I'm just speaking, or whether it's consciously or subconsciously, I'm not like the rest of them. You are worse than the rest of them. All you're doing is telling that man that you are not only like the rest of them, you are worse than the rest of them. Because you fucking run on a fucking wheel like a hamster all day to prove that you're somehow some type better. And or that you have to even, that you feel a need to even attempt to prove your worth. And by doing that, not even just attempting to prove your worth, you're proving your worth by trying to bash other women who look like you. Are you crazy? So that's where I guess we speak about this, especially a lot in the beauty school, and just being the best you can be and loving yourself, and even how your own self-talk, because regardless of whether you realize it or not, how you think about yourself shows up in your experiences, in your responses, in your actions, in what you are just allowing in your life. You could bullshit and make a million excuses all day long. It is your self-worth and your value is displayed every day for anyone to see. And just because, and we live in a world now, and I say this to a lot of people, we live in a world where people aren't even honest to be real with you anymore. Well, should I let her know? Now, I don't want people to think I'm a hater or whatever. People are not even, a lot of the times, not even being aware of how they fucking coming off, because we don't want to step on people's toes or whatever. Or we don't want to, we don't want to make somebody think we hating on them or whatever. It ain't hate. It's I want better for you, and you apparently don't want it for yourself. So you can't see it. So let me put you on the game. Now, I'm going to tell you. Y'all know me. I'm going to tell you. You might not want to hear it, but I'm going to fucking tell you. I'm going to find the nicest way. I've learned to say it in a nice way. I'm going to find the nicest way to tell you, but somebody got to tell you, because I don't ever want to hear nobody fucking told me. Because again, you may not know. There's a lot of people who ain't go through certain experiences who don't know certain things. I have a friend who was in a situation for 20 fucking years with the same person. She is trying to figure this shit out like I was figuring it out 20 years ago. I have 20 years worth of fucking experiences and shit, and I had to realize, I spoke to one of my other friends, like, she's heard of us going through certain things, or but she did not go through. So certain things she's gonna have to go through herself, because she just don't fucking know. But I had to be able to, even like with her, be like, listen, A, B, and C, and D. I know you need to live, you need to experience, and you're gonna go through this. Please don't let it get too caught up, too bad. You know what I'm saying? But A, B, C, D, but do you? I'm here for you regardless. Don't matter to me. But I'm gonna say something. I'd be damned if I just sit there and have this conversation, and you telling me some shit that don't make no damn sense, and I'm not gonna say anything about it. That's why we need to be able to, you need to be able to have some people in your life that you are able to talk to. Like she said, the girl in the thing, she didn't tell nobody. Fine, if you didn't want to tell your mom and because okay, if you're still trying to figure this shit out, okay, not your homegirl who had to drop you at the fucking hospital to get the procedure completed because you was going through shit, but you with a nigga who's a VP and he couldn't take off. Let me also state, in that little what you call it, in the thing, the background check you could pull up that you don't even need a social security for, birthday, state, and name be good enough a lot of the times. They will tell you relatives from now to forever. They will tell you, and a lot of the times they will even tell you if it is, a part of their family tree, or an ex-wife or some shit, or even a girlfriend who lived in a house or some shit. Side note. Anyway, I'm gonna jump into these comments. Hit the link if you want to come up and give me your opinion of this story or your perception. I just need us as women to really understand that it's okay to be single. I need you to understand it's okay to be single. It is the rush for marriage and babies, especially the rush for marriage and babies. How has that helped a lot of the women that you've known? How did that help your mother or your grandmother or whatever? For real, your aunt or whatever. How the fuck did that help? We all know a woman or a couple of women who were in badass situations and feeling stuck there because they had a baby or because they married him. Shit, I was stuck in a situation trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get out of this situation, not even thinking, like, you could divorce this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took a long time for that shit to hit. You could divorce this nigga. There is no rush. There is definitely no rush when you don't know this man. Fuck that whirlwind romance bullshit they tell you about to try to get you caught up. Because the only one taking L's at the end of the day in those situations are you. Because these niggas will come in, take everything they can, and then leave you in debt and burdened. Child, then she was talking about his WWE belts. That right there. That right there. I was like, his WWE belts. He's a businessman, right? But he got dressed. He got 1 million Jordans. He's a businessman. Why the fuck does he have 1 million Jordans? They're like, to me, these are red flags. A nigga with 1 million Jordans is a red flag for me. I'm gonna keep it back. It's a red flag. Unless you telling me no, it's a red fucking flag. It's a red flag. Unless he worked in sports fucking management or some shit, and it's a red flag. What the fuck is an Invicta watch? No shade, just tea. I know Invicta watches, they cool. Motherfucker making $250,000 a year. I need y'all to make sense about this. Got $1 million in the bank. You talking about his million Invicta watches. Where are the Rolexes? Where the Rolexes? Where are the Rolexes? Where are the Cartier watches? Where are those? Where are these things? Why the fuck? Yeah. She recognized that she was blinded and stupid and caught up. And y'all already know. We're all allowed to be human. Once you recognize that shit, move on that shit. Move on that shit. I want to know y'all opinions. Like I said, I dropped the link in the chat. Click the link if you want to come up and give me your opinion. Please don't forget to like this video. Leave a comment down below if you're part of the replay gang. And if you can, donate to the channel, Cash App, Super Chat, all that good shit. Appreciate you. She said he brought multiple fake people into the conversation, child. Please get off these fucking apps and go outside. Get off these apps. That's one thing I really want to, I guess, also refocusing us on is bettering ourselves. Worry about yourself. A selfish bitch wins every day. I keep saying it to the world. Y'all not listening. A selfish bitch wins every day. Think about yourself. Being all helpful is not helpful for you. Be selfish. Put that effort that you're putting into your fucking self. Because men who are about that life, they like to see a woman who gives a fuck about herself. I'm gonna keep it above. Who gives a fuck about herself? They don't want nobody who don't care about themselves. Giving and doing and there's no point. There's only points in your mind, because somewhere down the line, your mama or your grandmother got gassed up and they fed that shit to you to make you think that doing all these things for some man is your no, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't. That's why a nigga will leave you sitting there cleaning and cooking and doing all this shit and go take another woman out who ain't gonna do nothing. You earn every fucking smile out of my fucking face. Fuck it. I don't feel like putting it back on. Forklift drivers do make money. That motherfucker was talking about EVP of distribution. Forklift drivers could pay $1,000 in rent. She said every man I date gotta have a LinkedIn so I can verify. Motherfuckers can fake LinkedIn. You just have to put the shit in there, okay? Do your due diligence. Pay attention. Like she said, he's VP of some shit, but he went to work looking like a forklift driver. VPs go to work, go wear ties and shit. Let's be real. Unless they 22 and work in tech, the fuck. Let's be true. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. She says 69 years young, and young ladies, believe me, the beat goes on. I'm watching the series. I'm having flashbacks and could tell what this pathological piece of F is. Ladies, please. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving your life experience. Listen. Don't believe shit unless you, and she said, I saw the paper. I don't give a fuck about the paper. I don't give a shit about the paper. The paper to me, that don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything. What does that mean? Because the nigga could copy a paper. Just because you won't do it, don't mean somebody else won't do it. Verification is some real shit. When she was talking about, oh, we was looking for a house and he didn't want to verify his income. How are you marrying a nigga and he ain't verifying his fucking, because he sent you a screen. I'm opening your app. I want to see that money you talking about. If you can't prove it to me, it's not real. Don't tell me. I don't give a fuck what you telling me about. If you don't show it to me, it ain't real. I'm gonna be like, what's these Victor watches? I thought you would have a stack of Rollies. I'm dead ass. If I can't, it's not real. Don't get caught up on bullshit. Because again, and I'm not even, again, forklift drivers are cool. She could probably be with a forklift driver. Ain't no hating on it. But the lying and the gaslight and that will drive you insane. Nothing. Not, oh, I cheated and I lied. And no, nigga lie about what the motherfucker ate today. Nigga, everything the nigga say is a lie. What kind of mind fuck that is? It's daytime. He's like, yeah, it's the afternoon. This is gray. No, baby, that's blue. It sounds psychotic. But there's a reason there are a lot of crazy people in this world. Hey, Jada. She said her dad told her the same thing. She said the internet found him, the guy in question. Jada said, I just like that people were in the comments acting like because she was a big girl, she was delusional. Smaller people have gotten played like this too. Dark, light, rich, poor, etc. Exactly. I don't think it has anything to do with her size specifically. She may not be comfortable in herself, right? Like me and Jada was saying. And that is red on, that's red. Because like, again, I know beautiful girls, beautiful, beautiful, slim, thick, whatever, who go through the shits. Why? Because they can't see themselves for who they are. They don't see their value. They don't see it. And because they don't see it, they don't live like people who see their value. And that's how they end up in them situations. I know big girls. I know ugly girls who be winning. Why? Because you can't tell them that they ain't the shit. And they believe that shit with everything in them. Which means they are only going to attract that. They are only going to attract other people who believe that shit. Because ain't nobody else. you couldn't even come near them. Not being able to drink their fucking Kool-Aid. Get the fuck out of here. Rick, we didn't ask you what you're confused about, child. Nobody cares. She said, Mary said, people are wicked. They fake love every day. These sick bastards just to live off of a person. Yeah. She said, Jada said, women have got to practice self-preservation more often while dating. Yeah. Like, absolutely not. I don't care where we gonna lock in, my house or your house. He don't have a house. You said he had a room. She kind of said he had a room. Like, let's be for real. Stop playing in my face. Stop playing in my face. Not at all. And again, everybody don't know things. But that's why you have people. That's why you have friends to talk and communicate and to compare notes to. That's why we have channels like these to talk and communicate and compare notes to. That don't make no sense to me. As somebody who knows people who have known and seen and experienced, there ain't no way he coming from California to Georgia and he in a fucking studio anywhere. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Some global condiment company. Ain't no fucking way. He'd have been living, shit, he would have at least been living at a fucking hotel with them paying a month, 2 months in advance at the least. What are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? And again, you may not, from her life or experience, may not know that. But maybe, again, if she would have opened her mouth and had some conversation with her fucking friends, instead of trying to play like this nigga is fucking phenomenal, when now you start questioning shit before y'all even tied the knot. And you could have been like, what do you think about this? Does that sound new to you? And have somebody who may have that experience, have that knowledge, be like, you know, girl, that don't even make sense because A, B, and C. C, D, and E. Or my cousin went, you know, and moved in. They gave her or him a whole apartment. They gave him moving money. Everything was there, like everything. Like, what? Huh? Don't even make sense. How do you on the phone with your family every day? And I never literally been on the phone with them. I'm here saying, hey, from like across the room. Come on now. Blue said, baby, they hate to see it because I'm single, no kids, and enjoying my life with or without a man. You better pay attention. These men be out here lying and scheming. This is why fathers play such a pivotal role. That's very true. Live your life. It is let me tell you, it is not a flex to be like, as someone who has been married, anybody who has been fucking married will tell you this. It is not a flex to get married to somebody that you're going to regret. It is not a flex to get married to someone who lies to you. It is not a flex to get married to someone where you have to walk on eggshells, where you can't trust, where there is no relief in your life. There is no dick in this world worth that. Ain't no flex on, oh, I got married, I got a man, worth that. The fucking, the benefits of being single. I don't know. And again, I was young and, you know, I get it, but I don't get it. The benefits of taking that L needs to be worth it because it's an L. It's an L. Marriage benefits men way more than women. We die early. They live longer with us. And a make-believe fantasy house. Jesus Christ. Nigga make $250,000 a year. He got $500,000 in the bank, but he live in that studio. He live in a basement apartment. I need you. I need the common sense to comment, y'all. I need the common sense to comment. Please. She said Glorilla was just lusting after some NBA married men, and that's why she's going to be struggling for as long as we gonna see her, because she don't see her part in the life that she has created for herself. She said, of course, whatever guy she gets with is going to cheat, and expect her to understand that. Yeah, because she don't just give off that energy. She tell everybody on social media, like a trash nigga dream. Run these likes up. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to click the link, please do so. Let me post it one more time. But like hard, like that was a 6 long hour experience to watch all of this girl's TikToks. It was 6 fucking hours. It was a lot. A little more than 6. The lessons that people can take. The reality checks that a lot of women need out here. I was watching, I watched this YouTuber. Well, she used to be a TikTok and now she's a YouTuber. Good for her, because TikTok ain't doing it no more. Berg and Bougie. I watch her shit. She is funny as hell. She did also post the 6 hours worth of content. So if y'all want to not have to download TikTok and watch it, you could watch it on her channel. But she posted this morning about this girl who, she's 35 and her man is 42 and he's an artist. I mind you, I'm reading this. The first thing, my daughter's sitting there, and while I'm reading it, because they ain't got no school this week. Save me. Anyway, she's sitting there and she was like, an artist, because I've been told, I was like, these male artists will get you every time, oh, I'm a musician. Oh, I paint. Struggle bunny, right? So she's already like, oh, he moved into my house because he couldn't afford anything on his own. And, I pay for everything and I pay off, and I paid for some of his debt. And then she said she bought her some nice piece of jewelry, child. I don't know what she bought, but she bought her some really nice shit. Okay. She was like, I bought me a $1,500 piece of jewelry because she worked every day and she fucking deserved it, because she worked every day. And then he got mad and offended because his second car is in the shop and she could have gave him that money to fix his car. Some 42-year-old grown ass man. Like, these niggas won't be out here when they have money buying golf clubs instead of hoping their wife put food in the motherfucking fridge. And they ain't even married. And then all she keeps saying, and this is another fucking red flag. If you keep saying, but he's a good guy, you need to question yourself. If he's a good guy, I don't want to make it seem like he's not a good guy, or he's a good guy. That right there, every last one of these fucking conversations or Reddits or whatever, he's a good guy. I don't want to make it seem like he's not a good guy. If you're struggling to pay the bills by yourself, you could live by yourself. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. You're paying a rent. You're paying the fucking bills. He couldn't even get his DoorDash in order to get $1,500 to fix his fucking car. But he's a good guy. Niggas give you the bare minimum with a couple lies sprinkled in, and he's a good guy, even though he's draining your life force, your energy from you every day, your money from your wallet. But he's a good guy. She said, I was honest with a friend a few weeks ago about a man and she ghosted me. Shake my head. Okay. She'll come back. Or she won't. Because she'll be too embarrassed because you was telling the truth. Listen, I'm not gonna beat it. I'm not gonna beat it into your head. Okay. But I'm gonna let you know. And if you can't handle that, that's your business. I've never met a person. I've never had an experience where I've said some shit like that to the person get mad at me and it not go 10 times destruction with that situation in their lives. You can't be mad. Don't be mad at me because I'm telling you the truth you don't want to see. You need to be able, somebody needs to be able to be honest with you. I would rather you be honest with me than me waste years of my fucking life in a situation that shit, if I would have listened to my homegirl, I could have avoided this shit. You know what I'm resentful for? I'm gonna tell you what I'm resentful for. I had this homegirl back in the day. So back in the day when I did get married, I wasn't really, engaging with some of my friends. Some of them have moved, whatever. It's not all. And then I was rushed into it anyway. But I had this homegirl that I thought I was cool with, but like for whatever reason, she was about 4 or 5 years older than me, and all of our friend groups. I think I spoke on her, about her to y'all before, but like the situation wasn't a good situation, right? And you would be, and I said enough about the situation. Mind you, I'm still young or whatever, but I said enough about the situation. And I'm what, 23, 24 at this time, for her 29-year-old ass, if she was really, to be like, this is a red flag, that's not okay. But she was so caught up in her emotions. I'm resentful. You know what I'm resentful about? I'm resentful that she was so caught up in her emotions she couldn't be a real friend. Because at the time I was looking for I just needed somebody to say, Joe, don't do this shit. Don't do this shit. I was looking for somebody to say, don't do this shit. If we're gonna be real. And I was all my other friends, they were like, bitch, if I was around, I would have fucking went and snatched you out that shit. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I was resentful for the fact that, like, bitch, you was really so caught up in your own woe is me that you couldn't say, listen, I wish I was in a situation where I could get married, but like, nonetheless, you probably shouldn't marry this guy because A, B, and C, and D, and E, and S. To be like, we can like leave. We can get out to give me that extra push to say, you know what? Maybe I should get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm resentful for, not of, please run these likes up. Google it, girl. She said, what's the free background check? Google it. Or it ain't really free. It's like $9.99 a month. If you're dating, you can pay $9.99. It's like $9.99, or even if it's like $20. I don't remember. But like shit. And a lot of times I'll get it and I'll cancel it after I do all of, and then I'll put it back on when I meet somebody else worth fucking even, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this shit been out for years. Way before the pandemic, okay? About $9.99, $20, whatever the fuck. About $20 at max it is. And a lot of the times the first month of some shit is probably like 99 cents or some silly shit like that. She said, "What's up, Jovi? I'm 49 and these stories got me shook on dating." Listen, that's what I said. Cause he worked on the distribution floor and get out of here with that bullshit. Jada has dropped some links to let y'all to be able to pull up a man's criminal history. So go in the chat and you can see them. She said, "Where are the Omega watches?" LOL, y'all funny. Yes. Desperation stinks. It stinks so bad. It stinks so bad. She said all the apps are trash. I don't do dating apps. I used to. Not anymore. Y'all know I used to, be like, oh, I don't. Like, for what? It's that she said she realized for sure that the money he claimed to have in other accounts and stuff wasn't real when she had already put him out and he was living in his car. Because she didn't want to. Sometimes you just got to bite that bullet and just say, I got caught up. You don't want to believe, you know what it was? I think to an extent, she didn't want to believe she got as bad as she did. But like, unless you could acknowledge your shit, you are destined to always repeat it. You gotta admit and acknowledge when a nigga got you. Oh, I thought somebody was coming up. You gotta be able to admit and acknowledge when somebody got you. Like, damn. And then figure out how the fuck you got. You need to analyze that shit. Work on it. How they say. I'm gonna give y'all an example I tell my 14-year-old child. Just in life, and I tell her even about like yeah, she's only 14 and we talk about the SATs and all of that. Just like in the practice, she take practice once a week. She has a class or whatever, prepping for the SATs. Okay. Anyway, and I'm coming 1 second. And you in studying the SATs, a major part of that, or the LSATs or whatever the fuck you taking, major part of that is understanding, okay, I got this right or I got this wrong, right? I need to comprehend why did I choose what I chose, right? Why did I choose the answer that I chose? Why didn't I choose the right answer? You know what I'm saying? And really trying to break that shit down. That's how you're able to really, it's not, oh, I know 2 and 2 is 4. You need to comprehend, how did you get here? What thought process of you were able to like get here, so you can learn from that, right? That's how I'm, because I look into everything that pertains to college. All right, we're there. Okay, so that's how you're able to learn how to pass the SATs well, or how to pull your LSATs up. You really need to analyze each question and figure out how the fuck you even got here. And that pertains to just in life. You can't just be like, oh, I got God. How the fuck did you get God? What the fuck made you get God? We get it. He's a douche. He's a practical, logical liar. He's this, he's that. We get that part. What about you, ma'am? How you get here? How did you get in this situation to get caught up by a pathological liar? You need to, because you can't control him, but you can damn sure control yourself. Jada, I knew it was you, girl. Hey, Jada.
Hello. Okay, so let me do a little bit of statement pieces real quick. Hey, you guys, have you liked this video? If not, like this video, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care, because guaranteed, if it's not you going through this, it's one of your peoples, whether it's your girl, your cousin, your mama. Some of y'all got mamas going through this. It's just anybody, all right? Because they need to check this out. Look, the moment where she was talking about, she realized it then. It's like you realize it after you then dealt with all this stuff with this man and put him out. He living in a car.
And
you
that's
like
when you
this.
realize it.
This is the moment you realize he ain't had no money. Like, come on, y'all. Like the glamorization of us thinking, oh well, he said he got this, that, and the third. I'm gonna go ahead and ride with him. You know, somebody else ain't gonna ride with him on this because they gonna think he lying. But I'm gonna go ahead and do so, and then in the end, I'm gonna get the bag, right? Then you get yourself in this situation where you completely fool yourself. Because I am refusing to believe that that man fooled her. There's no
She
way
fooled
he fooled
herself.
you. You
That's where
fooled
I'm coming. Yes.
yourself.
Yes, he was lying up a storm, but you fooled yourself. How was a nigga on the
Yeah.
phone and you married every day and you never said, let me talk to your brother? Not
Let me
what?
talk to your two sisters. What? This man be talking to his
His
two
sister
sisters
live in
that he ain't even
Douglasville.
got.
Now, I lived in Atlanta. Clayton County and Douglasville, that's like an hour and change, but how the fuck you don't go see her?
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't one of the women that he mentioned was his auntie's daughter.
Mm.
And another one was a name that was deceased years ago. So you mean to tell me this man sat up talking to two different women and you never once heard a voice? You never clarified? There's no way a man could be talking to two women constantly and I ain't never held a conversation with them. But they supposed to be his sisters and we married?
Because she didn't want to rock the boat. Because
Right.
real deep down, she didn't think she deserved this shit anyway. So she was gonna let shit just slide.
She was just happy to have him around because
Yeah.
here's the thing. She happy somebody was dealing with her because there's no way you think this man got money and he's not doing anything to make money every day that he's laying at your house.
Mm.
How did you think this man was really making money? Because you seen some wrestling belts, some watches.
Some Jordans.
She said that man didn't even have a wardrobe. Girl, where he making that type of money at? So you did that seriously to yourself. There are times where it's like, you know what? No, that man did her wrong. It's clear that that man, you know, she didn't see the signs because he
Mm-hmm.
was so good. You didn't see the signs. There are situations like that. But in the situation that she's describing, it's just like, no, sis, this was a no for me. It reminds me of the late 90s, early 2000s, when guys told you they had a car, but that car was in the shop. But he's supposed to be having all this money, but that car ain't out the shop. It's been a whole week.
Like, yo, I just got to an accident this morning. Really?
Okay. He driving your car for you because you don't want to be you done let him drive your car on y'all dates. But he ain't got no gas money. He bring the car to you empty. And you like, oh, well, he trying to get his car fixed. So I want him to save up the money so he can get his car fixed. But I thought he was a baller though.
Shot caller though.
Okay. I don't know a baller shot caller, not even from the late 90s, whose car was still in the shop for a whole week. Especially without a rental. Come on now. He ain't got nobody that love him enough that say, yo, bro, I can't let you go and take this girl out on a date without a car. Use my car real quick. Just bring my stuff back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nobody that love you enough to do that, at least. That's because they all know you shady and a scammer.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, again, like I said
Context
before, it's
clues,
not because
ladies.
she a big girl.
Context
Insecurities
clues.
are everywhere. Yeah, like, oh, girl, I can't see it. Some of us, we got to stop looking at these different things in men and just do a little leg work. It's easy for y'all to check a man's phone to find out, and I'm not talking to all of y'all because I know some of us don't check phones. For the ones who check phones, that girl was in there checking phones in the bathroom. That's all you check? At that point, why
Late.
you ain't
Well, she
checked
was
him in the
already
whole
married and
system?
all of this shit. All of this other shit. Why she wouldn't been checking his phone?
Okay, before we get married, there are things I absolutely gotta know. I don't care how long we've been dating. I know you. You know what I'm saying? How much I feel I know you. I need to check out some stuff. And I'm sure I did that well before I decided to really get in a relationship with you. But everybody ain't like that. I understand. You know, y'all think in order to be trusted, you have to trust. In order to find love, you got to not be so skeptic. But that don't mean you close off your common sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's be real. If this was your family member, you wouldn't let them get away with half the stuff you let that man get away with.
Yep.
And the
You
other
damn
thing,
right.
that's the part I almost forgot. When you dealing with a man and you feel like you can't tell nobody certain stuff that seem awkward to you, that don't seem that right, but you trying to trust faith, but you can't tell nobody,
You know that shit wrong. You
you
know
know
whether
something
you want to
wrong. You didn't tell
acknowledge
your
that shit
auntie
or
all that
not.
time. She found out after y'all was married for what? Almost a year? That this man has been That's why I say he didn't trick you, sis. And I do feel bad for the situation, but I'm going to say you brought that completely on yourself. That man should have been gone a long time ago. So for the ladies who are listening,
He should have never
you know what
been
I'm
in.
saying? Should have never been in it. Never. I wish I would. My daddy is lucky to get away with some of the stuff he get away with, and that's because my mind don't even think nothing about it. Like, here you go, get on. Otherwise, can you imagine me letting a man do these sort of things?
Cummins is my acting like you doing some shit because you like, are you crazy?
Like what? And then he laying in that room all the time. You talking about ain't nothing been done in the kitchen, nothing been moved in the
Pissing in
refrigerator.
bottles. What the
He not
fuck?
eating. Right? She talking about she found out he was doing that in bottles the day she was kicking him out. Girl, you been going in there getting them bottles all that time. You didn't never think for once because you know he ain't getting up. He gotta be doing that in them bottles.
It's just everything
We
about this
looking
shit was
past things just to pacify the mindset.
just the
No,
yes, just to delude
no.
ourselves into believing that it's what we want it to be so fucking bad when everything is showing you, when the reality is showing you what the fuck it really is.
Absolutely. What she say? He was a 3X, 2X.
Yeah,
You
he
let a
went
dude
down
bigger than
to
you? Do you like that? Where you thought this big dude was getting money from? You really thought he was corporating money like that? And all he did was sit at home? First of all, ladies, if you run into a man that's collecting WWE wrestling belts and little watches,
that
baby, he
nigga
ain't
ain't
it.
it.
He ain't it. He ain't got money nowhere.
He ain't got no
He ain't got
money.
money. That's all he
He's
got to show. He ain't
mental.
got money nowhere.
He's no shade to people who like their little wrestling, but he's a child. Cut that
Right,
shit out. Cut
right.
that shit out.
Like, come on now. Let's stop playing. And look, for some of y'all ladies, y'all got to realize when y'all were dealing with a dude who was getting that CV-19 money.
Mm,
Because some
mm.
of y'all looking like, oh, well, they can't be broke because they got this, that, and the third. When did they get it is the
When
question
they
you need to
got it.
ask yourself.
Yep. The math ain't mathing.
The math ain't math. So that's it for me, child. I was like, oh, like she talking about reality kicked in when she saw that his
She
car was
won't. Yeah,
trash and he
she
was
she
living
kept
in it, same
refusing to see
clothes.
what it was or who he
Right.
was.
Like, baby, if he wasn't moving around every day, then that must have meant he was in clothes more than one time, 2 days in a row at least. Because what you ain't telling us is, did you clean him up when you came in? You said you cleaned the area. Did you bathe him down? Because if he ain't moving and he just laying in the bed because his knee hurt, how's he bathing?
If he
How did
got
he
all of
dress?
this, if he got all of this shit, why is he not at the hospital? Why are we talking about, oh, go make doctor's appointments? He's supposed to
She
be
said she
over
told
at
him she
Emory
wanted to
real
go
good,
to
over
one because he
at
was
Emory off
deteriorating.
that good ass corporate insurance he got, making sure
Thank
his
you.
ass is okay. Because he
Thank you.
is allegedly, according to you, VP of the distribution facility. You gotta
Thank you.
walk around that good old Emory. He would be in there making sure that his $250,000 check don't stop.
Thank you. And you can't tell me that that man ain't had no older issues when you met him. Let's be real, y'all. Check out the signs when you meet these guys. Don't let them fill you with lies.
I'll
Every man
tell you
will
what
fill you with lies, but I guarantee you, if they know you open enough, if you desperate enough, if you say you've been hit before, you've been used and abused before, a dude done played you before, they
stop
are
spilling
predatory.
your
Some of them know
guts.
it before they even see you because they see how you are acting before they approach.
Yep.
Like, come on
You
now.
you willing to accept any old fucking thing.
Right. They saw your Facebook post for 2 years. What you mad about this man that you was with and the after effects? Some of y'all ain't even have kids with the man, but y'all still posting after effects on Facebook. Y'all still pressed, so the predators know. Oh, I'm gonna be able to get one on her. She gonna stick with me for a minute because she used to being played. She
Yep.
used to being like, well, this ain't so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, he play video games. Girl, that ain't so bad. At least he ain't cheating. Girl, he cheating. That ain't so bad.
I
He ain't
really
brought no
can't
baby
get past.
home
I ain't
yet.
gonna hold you. I can't get past grown men playing video games.
I can't
I,
either.
I can't get past that. Now I'm
My
not gonna
daughter
knock
just
you if
told
you have a
people about
game
a week
system, because
ago.
I got 2 game systems in my house, but I got a kid. But like, I'm not gonna knock you if you have a game system. But if I see you play
Right.
games or find out you up, you just need to have it. You just need to say, yeah, I had it for years. It's there. But you've been like, yeah, I play it at night or I play it
I play it every now
weekly.
and then. It's a release. I don't, but I'm saying if a guy said, I just play it every now and then, it's just a release. But if
Yeah,
I see you pick that handheld game up, or, sitting up there playing it on your phone, or just doing it on the TV with gaming systems,
I'm not even
I
doing it.
can't.
I
It
can't
ain't
do it.
my type. Now, some women like video games because they join in. But even my daughter said about a week ago that some people's sons she won't be trying to date and ain't going to the prom with and hope they understand because she don't like guys and they play video games all day.
Yeah,
And they like, why she like this? She's 17. Because she know better.
because you know
She know
better.
better. What she looking at is there are 17-year-olds who can work. There
Yeah,
are
what are you doing
17-year-olds
just
that are
sitting up
doing more
playing?
with their life than video games soon as they come home from school.
Yep, you have other things to do. My kid is busy as hell. Where do you have time to be playing video games for hours? And go fucking get a job. Go
Hours.
join an after school
You playing
activity.
video
And now
games
you're a
till
grown
3
ass
and 4 in the
man.
morning?
The gag is the grown ass men who be playing video games for hours a week, and then they mad at the place their life is. The amount of energy you were supposed to put into your life, you put into fucking playing video games. And then you
Right.
don't know what happened. Then you mad at women for being able for having more when you spent your time and energy that you should have put in on building yourself into playing fucking video games. That's where your life went. What happened to my
That's where
life?
your life
It was
went.
on the Xbox. You gave it to Xbox.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was a guy who thought he was handsome, right?
I do.
This guy thought he was handsome. He be on panels with other people, right? So I thought he was
Mm-hmm.
handsome. I wasn't in his DMs or nothing, but I was like, it's a handsome guy. He seemed like he got stuff together from the way that he be talking.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was getting his channel ready for gaming. And I said, oh, well, I guess that's not so bad. I mean, if he go randomly play games, but he still gonna have the same conversations and stuff he usually have, right? Like maybe
Mm-hmm.
just one day have a game day with the fellas. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Like
But
how
then
we'll
it was
have
like,
a skincare day and talk shit. Okay.
yeah, that's what I thought maybe it was gonna be like. But when I say that I laughed a good minute with him playing the game against another YouTuber, and then suddenly he was going live and it would be video games. And I would just come back like 2, 3 hours later to see, maybe the topic done changed. They still video gaming. I was like, oh, you like video games for real. Is this a gaming channel? Is this your gaming channel for real? You decided to get you a good crowd and now you about to start
Did
playing
you
video
go to
games?
school for game development? IT? What the fuck is going on? I can't.
I mean, they were engaged with playing. He had forgot. I think he forgot he was even live. He wasn't even looking at the screen, wasn't looking at the comments. And I'm like, why is he on the live playing this video game? I was like, That shows you that attractiveness and stuff. Attractiveness and having money in your pocket means nothing. I just
If a
couldn't.
nigga
You
is
said
still a nigga still 13 years old.
yes.
I had to deal with that
Like
when
how
I was
y'all?
13 years old. Like, you know, my boyfriend would play stupid video games. Like at y'all doing that at 23, 33,
Oh,
43? Are you fucking crazy?
oh.
13 was too much. That shit was stressing
Okay.
me out. Like, what the
Ooh.
fuck is happening? 43?
Mm-hmm.
You play 30
Mm-hmm.
years. These niggas will play 30 years worth of video games and have
And be
nothing
mad
in
that
their
you ahead.
lives to show for it. But
Mm-hmm.
school is too hard. Going to work every day, getting an extra job, all that fucking video game time, they could have got an extra fucking job.
Ain't that the truth? Or just worked on their own business. I get tired of men who
Something.
be talking about they over here, I'm hustling, trying to get my stuff together. Have you been seeing them pop the balloon gaming shows?
Yes. I saw a couple of the not the whole show, but the previews on social media.
Okay, so because of those previews, I decided to watch a show.
Uh-huh.
I watched the show and I'm looking at the different men on the different show, and I'm thinking like, clearly some of these look like video game players. And then they proved it. And I was like, see, that's what I be talking about. I don't think people realize that when you are over a certain age, video games should not be something you want to do. The dude said he was a homebody. And she was like, oh, she was like, well, I like to go out and things like that, but that's okay. I mean, I got friends. But she was like, well, what you do when you're a homebody? He said, I just play video games, might have a beer here and there. And she was like, every day?
Every
And
day.
he was like, well, I mean, what else is there to do? I go, I work hard and stuff. And so she said, well, what do you do? He the
Play video
manager for
games.
Family Dollar. A manager is not bad, right? A manager, Family Dollar. But we know what the managers at Family Dollar are doing. Sometimes they on the cashier themselves. So you are a basic employee and you spend majority of your time after work only playing video games. And then
And
to say,
those are
well,
gonna be the same
I'm
men
working on
mad
my
at women
music.
for having more than them, or mad at women because she put it just mad because she put an effort into her life. That's really what it
She put
is.
into the effort.
And
They
they
mad
because
because
they
you
were
want to
so
be a
busy
soft
wasting
girl.
their
They
life
mad because you
away
taking
playing
care of your
video games.
skin. They mad because you like to dress nice. Like, what you mad at me for? Why you didn't do the work? I can't do all of that. I ain't got the money to be doing all of that. You living above your means. You too high maintenance. But then they go and they trick off on their boys at the club.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was broke. I thought you couldn't. I thought you make money, but you were too broke for high maintenance. You were too broke to make sure that hair and nails and nice dates are happening. But I saw you trick off at the club. So you
Mm-hmm.
highly impress your boys. That's why I don't date them types. I be like, ladies, look, to each their own. Because I know some of y'all women like to take care of men. I done heard a couple of women say, I can feed you. And they'd be like, what? Why y'all be doing that out here? Y'all messing it up for us. And then I'd be like, well, no, there's somebody for everybody, right? Somebody for everybody. But ladies, if a man has a problem with you being in the mirror, something wrong
Run,
there.
run.
Something is wrong there
You
because
need to tell me all it. Yeah, listen.
men love for their woman to look good. They will invest in you looking good. But if they the wrong type, of course they don't want you to look good.
They want you to
Of
look
course
like
they gonna
shit.
make you feel like you should struggle with them. This guy the other day trying to talk to me, I'm talking business, and he suddenly like, yeah, well, can I talk to you, like through the phone? I was like, I don't get my number out like that. And then he want to tell me his whole life story as to why he hasn't finished what he needed to do, basically, in life. And what I learned in like 2 hours of letting him talk, Jovi, he was a manager somewhere. decided that he was going to go to school. He's still a manager, still the same manager. But mind you, it's been 3 years. He's telling me a 3-year span. He's still the same manager. He has not increased. He did not get a promotion. Nothing has happened. So it's been 3 years. He went to school, meaning he re-registered for school at 34 years old, and he wanted to work in cybersecurity. Okay, not a bad field. But then he discovered YouTube. So as he discovered YouTube, he decided he wants a YouTube channel. He wants to talk about one certain subject. But then the next year, he decided on another subject. And then the next year, he decided on another subject. Is it wrong to change subjects? No. But what happened to the cybersecurity degree that you got? What happened to the... So you just went to school to get the degree or to get... I don't even know how cybersecurity go. Do they get a degree or a certificate? Whatever the case may be. Yeah, whatever the case may be, he got it. And you focus on YouTube, but you can't focus on what really you want to do. And then when I say, okay, because he said, I got a lot of content, I just never put it out. And I'm like, you know what? I feel that. I got content, but I never put it out on YouTube because I put it on my .com. People pay for it. That works enough for me. I get more money doing that than if I was to put it on YouTube right now, which I should probably still be putting it out. But nonetheless, my life is busy. So I'm like, I can understand that, but is there something that you can put out tomorrow? He said, no. I said, can you get something done in a week? He said, well, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to take me like another 4 months to put this documentary out that I want to do. And I'm like, so this will be your first video you expect for it to pop just because you put all that work into it? Drop something small while you work on the big thing. And then he was like, well, I mean, if a woman like you want to come into my life and help me and let me run for the hills. He like, because I'm not 6 figures, you don't even know what you want to do with your life yet. You are now 36, 30, 36, 37, I
A
think.
waste of space and time. Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm
These are the
32
same.
years
And after he
old. I'm
realized,
way into
like,
my
oh,
life.
women my age know better. This is the same dude who's gonna try to go after some 22-year-old girl, some 19-year-old girl, and try to act like he doing something and try to mind fuck her and then fuck her whole 5-10 year span up.
Right. I think that's what's wrong with our sisters. Our sisters don't want to ride with a guy in his beginnings. I think that's the perfect relationship.
How the fuck is
Maybe
your
when we
beginning
were 18, 19, 20, 21. You almost 40 and you still talking about you want a sister to ride with you?
Talk about your beginnings? Nigga, you close
Your
to the
beginnings.
end.
You ain't even, first of all, I told him, I was like, well, you're not even in grind mode. Maybe a woman would be interested if she saw you grinding hard. I am grinding. I've been learning this, learning that. I've been trying to, like, what is you talking about? You still in startup phase. You ain't did nothing to say you grinding yet. What are you talking about? Well, I've been watching videos that help me know about how to edit this, edit that, and I've gotten it down pat. That's what you call your grind? Again, you're still in startup. You can't make money from nothing that you could put out tomorrow right now. And when you put out something tomorrow, you still talking about waiting months before you really drop. Well, I've seen channels that, they don't put out something for 2-3 months after they got popular. Look at their humble beginnings. You not them, honey. So I don't know what to tell you. Well, again, you know what you're doing. If I think that you're attractive and hey. You ain't never lied, baby. I am all of that. But you're not right. I can't do it. I can't do it. But guess what? A 20-something-year-old would think he's doing something and he's about to be big.
Nope. She
A
gonna
woman
get
with an
caught up and
insecurity
lose a
going on
large
in
portion of
herself
her
is going to
life.
see him while she's 40, and she's going to be like, well, I can stand by him. YouTubers are popping every day. He studied. He gonna do good. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I
You
told him
gotta
he has a
do.
perfectionism. He is procrastinating.
He's making excuses.
Yes, ladies,
Like, just cut
recognize
that
those
shit out.
signs.
Like, oh, I learned
Recognize those
how
signs.
to
He too
edit,
grown
and
for that.
and 2 months from now is gonna be a whole different thing. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? Get on
Right.
him, create some damn content.
And do some stuff. He gonna tell me, wait, here's a laughter for y'all, and then I'm out of here, right? So we had that conversation one day, and it was recent. He hit me the very next day to say, oh, it hasn't been, let me make sure I got it right. I think at first he told me it took him 3 years. So then he wanted to tell me, you know what I realized when I was doing the countdown after I talked to you? It was like more like 2.5. You think 6 months made a difference when 6 months still didn't do nothing? What are you talking? Telling me that you had 6 months, you were off 6 months. Them 6 months was extra time that he made a mistake and put on there. So that means he doing well. No.
She said,
That's not
Marcy
what that
said,
means.
maybe that's all he's capable of. That is all
Marcy,
he's
that's
capable of.
fine.
Trying to dream for some shit that he's never actually going to do.
That he's never going to actually do. He talking about something, I'm going to prove you wrong in 6 months. No, you're not.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not. But if you do, that's fine. I still wouldn't date you.
It ain't gonna happen. But you're right. Either way, I ain't gonna date you. But no,
I ain't
because
gonna
if you
date
was
you.
gonna do it, you would have did it.
You would have
Ain't
did it.
no,
I'm
he
looking
don't
at you.
need
I
support.
can tell that your progression level in life is going to be highly low. If you ever make it, and I ain't telling this part, but I was thinking if you ever make it, it's probably going to be like 60. And it's going to be because you done looked up on some money. And that's the
Yeah.
truth. Ladies, be honest with yourself about the men that you are talking to. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry. About the men that you are talking to. It is okay for a man to have potential. But before you take him serious, you need to
He
see if
gotta
he can
take
see some
himself
things through.
serious.
You need to continue to date around.
Yeah. He ain't even taking himself serious. Like, let's
Right.
be for
Some of
real.
y'all laughing at this girl, getting with this guy and being tricked and everything's like that. But some of y'all are actually dealing with that same type. He just ain't lying to you as much. You done met the family, but his pocket's still what they are. His potential is still what it is.
You are taking L's and
And you
struggling more
hoping,
than you would have been if you were by yourself.
right? You are hoping that things go right. And that don't always turn out. Like I be trying to tell some people want you to date for potential, right? Every man is supposed to be some sort of potential
No.
millionaire.
Nope.
But the stats don't lie. A lot of these men don't make it to 20%. So that means that if we looking at it, 80% of men is not hitting potential. You think you got that potential man? And he ain't shown you nothing that shows you that he getting to the bag. Do not fool yourself. Don't let
They
them make you
do.
feel
They don't
bad.
talk. Men who make it happen do. They don't talk. They
Look at the
do.
circle of friends he got. Because a man who's actually moving forward and grinding, he has a certain set of people that he deal with.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't just by himself grinding on his own thing. Somebody saw that he was worth investing in. But y'all be sitting up there talking about y'all gonna ride it out. Y'all gonna pay the bills. Y'all got it because he ain't got it. Y'all done moved him into your place. He driving your car. And mind you, I'm saying if this is at least 2 or more of what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you in danger, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
Fucked up.
You in danger, girl. Because nowadays, when they feel like you ready to walk away because you don't want to deal with them and they potential, they slow progression, they ready to off you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the new thing now. How many black women have been successfully moving, doing their thing, got their own places and stuff, and because they wanted to leave their man who ain't no good, we ain't just talking about he ain't got the money, he ain't no good.
Mm-hmm.
He cheating with women, he cheating with men, he don't want to do nothing for you, he ain't taking you on where, he ain't doing nothing for you, he ain't even just appreciating the stuff that you do. But he gonna off you because you want to leave him.
Mm-hmm.
He ready to slew your whole family, kids included.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right.
Ain't no way. I'm not putting myself in that situation. I'd be like, let me run now. That's why I said I told that guy, no, I don't give out my number like that, baby. No. No. Call me through Instagram or something. Let's figure out what you're talking about and what you need with your business. Then you start flipping and talking about if I had a woman like you can help you. You
Nah.
can pay me. You can pay
Yeah.
me. This is a service. Not giving, and that's another thing, ladies. Be careful of these men who notice the potential greatness in you that will milk you and your greatness in order to try and help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all don't notice that y'all are the step up.
Yeah.
These men using you to step themselves up.
Yeah. And you so busy doubting your self-worth, you can't even see it.
Yeah. So, that's it. Women with children, be careful. Be careful of the smile in your face, man. Because sometimes y'all be having these men that swear they be doing something for you. Girl, he brought my baby McDonald's. He brought my baby by some McDonald's. That's so sweet. That's so kind. Girl, is he helping paying the bills yet? Because he done moved in. I see his picture on the wall now. Oh, well, but he at least, pick her
At
up from
least.
school. First of all,
Oh
why is that
God.
man with your girl anyway, with your sons, doing stuff with them that you could easily do yourself or have a family member do? You just met this guy 2 months ago. It's 6 months ago, and this man still ain't off your couch yet. Some of y'all is
Girl.
the step up. So that is
I don't
it.
know.
That is all. Eyes gone. Peace. Oh, wait. Don't forget, y'all, check out JOVIBEAUTY.com. That is JOVIBEAUTY.com. And make sure you get the ebook, How to Know When a Man is Using You.
Yeah,
Okay?
right.
Get the
Yeah.
book. Check out the signs. Notice the flags. You probably need to get rid of the man you got right now. Don't laugh so hard at the girl who married this fool.
Yeah,
Because
don't
some of
laugh
y'all
so
is
hard.
don't laugh
Because
so hard.
some of y'all be struggling hard, boy.
Okay? Y'all thinking about her whole story. Y'all need to be looking at parts of her story that involves some of y'all lives too.
Yeah, very true.
All of them things that was going on with him was a hard no, but some of y'all deal with 1, 2, 3, or even 4 of some of them
Mm-hmm.
things that should have been a hard no from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't laugh so hard, sis. Reevaluate. And I'm out. Okay. Bye.
Bye, Jada. Okay, guys. So I think we said a lot. I think we said a lot about the situation with the F that I married, and just in general ways to see the red flags. And again, it all starts with us. It all starts with how well you see yourself, how much you value yourself, okay? Because if we're being honest, a lot of us don't really see the value in us, and that's how those bad men and traits are being just how we're able to just be good with that and just let that shit slide, right? We really need to start investing in ourselves before we going out here dating and trying to, you have to, like I always say at the end of my videos, you have to live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it. I say that every fucking video, and I mean that, because at the end of the day, the beauty school is about you being a better you, so you can attract whatever fuck you need to attract in your life, whether that's love, whether that's a promotion, whether that's some dope ass trips with your friends. I don't know, but just you being the best you can be. You understanding your worth, you understanding your value. That's the goal. To understand that, I don't care if you saw your mama go through it, or you saw your cousins, or you saw whatever. Understanding that dysfunction, and that don't have to be you. Like I say all the time, you don't have to be the same bitch you was last month. You don't even have to be the same bitch you was yesterday. Jada. Yes, child.
I almost forgot, because this is something that the females been saying lately. I've been listening. Well, who else is going to care about these black men? They need us help up. We got to help our brothers. Yada, yada, yada. You know me. I love black love. But listen, if brothers really cared about the uplift of themselves, guess
They
what?
would
Them men
uplift
would tag
themselves.
team together and do it with each other, right? They got MGTOW, or whatever that thing's supposed to be, right? Men who involve themselves with themselves outside of women. So nonetheless, they get mad at us for having the sisterhood. But y'all need to come up with a brotherhood. Y'all need to uplift each other. It shouldn't be reliant on a woman to help y'all get a leg up. If y'all care that much, help each other out. Jay-Z out here, y'all love him. Tell him come help some of y'all out. And
Yeah.
that is it. That's all. I'm going. It's not up to us, ladies. Mothers, it's not up to y'all as much either. I know you love your sons. But if you
It's
don't
not
allow
for
your
you.
sons to grow into
You
themselves,
cripple them.
you crippling them, and we tired of y'all trying to push your little rusty, dusty sons off on us. We don't want that much of a relationship with y'all. We want a relationship with your man. Excuse me, with your sons, but your sons got to come right.
Yeah.
We love the mamas, but some of y'all mamas be wanting to be friends with the girlfriends so y'all can make the girlfriend feel like, well, his mother loves me, and I kind of love him too. I'm going to go ride him out with it.
That's the
No,
gas.
no, your mama is selling him off to you. Stop that. And I'm gone. Okay, bye.
All right, ladies. So, like I was saying, it starts with you. Okay, it starts with you. And we really need to focus on, at this point, really working on ourselves. So again, if it's a husband and family that you eventually want, you have to be able to be the best you can be to attract the best spouse you can attract. Okay, and that's not feminine fitting, whatever, or any of that bullshit. That is you being the best you understanding your value from the inside fucking out. You being able to radiate. So those things that you deserve in this world will come towards you. You know what I'm saying? And not radiate desperation or not radiate, or I'm just ready to get married, so I take any old thing. Not that. Understanding, if you can't understand, if like it's a saying, and I'm gonna get out of here. If you can't, nobody can love you more than you love yourself. Nobody in this world will love you more than you love yourself. It's just impossible. Right? So if you can't love yourself, you will never find nobody, no man who's gonna love you. Because you don't even love yourself. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna get out of here. Now, I appreciate y'all all for coming. Don't forget to like this video. Comment down below if you have a comment. If you're a part of the replay gang, you already know the vibes. Comment down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already subscribed. Like, comment, share. Thank you, Yusuf. I meant to call you out, but there's a lot of shit happening. Shit, Yusuf done had about 4 channels in the last year. and the nigga Jada talking about still trying to figure out his first channel. Get out of here. Yusuf, I'm gonna let you come up, but we get out of here. Hold on. Go ahead.
I know it was already over because Jada held it up, but she was so right. Like, this was like really one of my favorite episodes. So I was just trying to say that. I just wanted to give you your flowers. This was like my favorite episode. It was so much information, and y'all, Couture Bay and Jada, when she came up, y'all had good insight, and that's what it's all about. And Jada was right. Men do need to do stuff like that. These Dusties will scam you out of love, and I'm not even gonna just go in. I'm just gonna mind my business. But this was like a great episode, and do more honey classes in session. Do more like this, as this was my favorite Jovi.
Thank
Because
you.
y'all was hitting the points. And I want you to do a response video to the little Valentine if you can. Did you see the little Dusty Valentine?
No.
I gotta
I've
send
been
it to
sick
you.
all weekend, so I was literally just in my bed
All right,
watching this 50-part series. I ain't really going on other social medias like
I'm gonna
that.
send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram. All right.
Okay, send it
All
to
right.
me because I want to know what the hell y'all talking
I
about,
am,
little Dusty.
girl. You gonna do a hell of a reaction, child.
All right, Yusuf. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. So we're going to get out of here because it's about to hit 2 hours and your girl is hungry. All right. I appreciate you all for coming. And as always, and I don't say this just to say this, I mean this shit. I hope you live your life like it's golden. Okay. Pay attention. Because there's no other way to live it. If you have to live it another way, send that shit back to your mouth. Now I'm good. Now I'm done.